Well, hello, Apollo family, and welcome to the December 8th edition of Office Hours. My name is Matt Johnson, and as always, joined here by Zach and Caleb. We're part of the dev team here at Apollo. And what do? Well, we write a lot of code, we design a lot of things, and we try to improve the utility of our little project Apollo, which is designed to help fund the dreams and aspirations of creators and, soon to be beyond when you talk about how do we evolve this platform and grow it into things that can fund a lot of different new things coming in the future. So, I'm excited. Obviously, we live in a macroeconomic environment that's extremely challenging, but our team keeps focused on like, how do we continue to build? How do we continue to evolve great things? So that's what we're here doing. Just wanted to spend a little bit of time with you guys catching up of what's new. We're right at the end of our second season. An incredible amount of stuff has happened in the first couple seasons that we've had. And as we round out this year, we're coming up on almost 1 year in working on this project. And I can't wait to share here in a few weeks, like what I call a State of the Union address, which I'll pull up like this really fancy deck and show you like everything that we've accomplished and everything that we've done and all of our analytics and data that we've collected with some new stuff we have to share with all this new free voting mechanic. And, then kind of talk about some of these meetings we've been having the last several weeks of like, okay, but that's not enough. We can't stop here. What does Apollo 2.0 look like? And that doesn't mean that necessarily that we're changing the token. It just means like, what is our focus? What is our utility? How do we expand that? How do we improve partnerships? All the above. So looking forward to that with everyone. But with that, let's get started. So I think the biggest thing that's been news over the last week or two has been, the start of our final season. So the first one we had was Center. And for those of you not familiar, that was a partnership contest that we're proving out this whole sponsorship revenue model. Which we think is a big part of what we're going to do going forward in terms of having hopefully some level of sponsorship to every contest would be kind of this big vision where they're kind of putting money into the ecosystem. We're using that to fund the development, put into the DAO, just kind of grow it through an outside source of revenue, right? So it's important to every project and every business, really, if you think about it. So this was kind of our first foray and attempt into that to get some data, get some learning, and I think it went really well. So I want to send a big shout out to Cassandra Santos. Every one of these creators put a ton of work into this, creating the shoes, which everyone designed some custom Nike Air Force Ones was the basis of this. And if you got time, you can always get back to our past contests on the app.apollocrypto.org site, and you can go through and look through every profile, which will show their work, show what they did, and then of course a full audit of every vote and everything that happened within there as well. So Cassandra pulled out the win on Monday, and then we also had alongside with that, Caleb had announced on our Instagram, I believe, that we were doing a $500 store credit giveaway from our sponsor, which was Center, the urban apparel company. And we want to say congrats to Wu Zayam, I believe is how you pronounce that name is. And he was selected as the wallet/email address that won that thing. And he confirmed with us today. So we are getting him set up and that's sent out. So congratulations, Wu. Congrats, Cassandra. And, like I said, that was just kind of a start to what we're doing. And we rolled right into that free mechanic with All-Stars. And that's what we're in the midst of right now is our All-Star contest. So, if you go to vote right here, you'll see it's live. You'll see how long. We're running this one 2 weeks, giving these creators some time to kind of warm up, understand, the potential of what they have to do market. But they've jumped right in there. I think we have 642 what we're calling vote points already. And what vote points are is they're a combination of wallet votes, which are still super important because they count 10 times what an email or free vote does. So creators, don't ignore that. That's a powerful mechanism for continuing to get people to get into Apollo and vote with that. But if they're not ready for that, they can go through the whole process of voting for someone. I'm just going to pick a random person. We'll go right here in terms of casting a vote to show you guys. So you have these two options, vote with Apollo tokens. That's how we've always done it through season 1 and all of the regular season 2. You can connect your wallet if you hold the minimum amount of Apollo, which I think is about $20 worth, if I'm not mistaken. Then you can vote and get that full vote point. Well, what's the benefit of that? Well, the benefit is obviously you get more credit to or vote points to your creator, and you're entered into the POAP raffle, which we do at the end of each season. So if you're here for season 1, Caleb, after every contest, releases an NFT, basically, that you can claim, and it'll be in your wallet. And then based on that, we run a raffle at the end of the season to give away some pretty good prizes. We're still landing on what that exact amount is, but it's a good amount. It's a benefit to being a holder, and for $20, I mean, you could probably get a good multiple of that back if you win that raffle. So just something to consider as a voter. But the new thing is vote with crypto, and or without crypto, excuse me. And that's as easy as you just click that, you put in your email address, you press send link, you get a link in your email, and it takes you back to the site once you click it. And you watch a short video about Apollo. So the idea is just getting people familiar with it, comfortable with it, and then they could cast a vote for you. It's really that easy. So we just really want to remove friction. We know it's hard to get into crypto, and some of the stuff we're working on for season 3 is really about onboarding and about partnerships that will allow people to much easier, whether it's kind of split custody wallets where they can swipe a credit card or ACH from a bank, buy Ethereum or something like that, and easily then swap it over to Apollo all from our site. That would be the kind of holy grail use case for us. So that's all stuff in the works, and that Zach's engineering team is looking at. So that is that. I do want to point out one other thing though on this Apollo tokens that I think was added last night. It says and lottery entry. So that is something that we're announcing here. We'll follow up in the socials about it, but we're going to give away to a wallet holder that votes in the finals here over the next, 10 days plus. We're going to give one lucky winner 150 million Apollo. That's a pretty good deal right there. So if you're holding a wallet but haven't voted yet or on the sidelines, why not? You got nothing to lose. Just go ahead and vote for one of these creators. Look at their work. There's 12 great ones out there right now, and cast your vote. Anything you guys want to add to that? Did I miss anything in terms of the giveaway or anything about free voting?
No, I think the free voting was a big success. I mean, you can anyone can go look and see the numbers we did. We're not going to get everyone that comes to the page on crypto, but if we can, get a foot in the door by gathering an email that we can, send them information, hold their hand if they need it. I mean, we have thousands of emails that we gathered right there. So it's, baby steps. We're not always going to jump to the end of the race. Let's just at least get it started. So, thousands of potential new wallet holders.
Yeah, and it's tech, and we're always kind of like, okay, yeah, we got to improve this, got to do that. But I mean, end to end, the most important thing was security and giving access for people to expand their reach for the contest, and I feel like we achieved that. So great. Let's move on to Caleb. We have, I think we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, as you he had brought the regulars kind of sponsorship or collaboration that we did several weeks ago during the regular season. But I think you already did mention Dankbots. Can you tell us a little bit about Dankbots? And I know we got, I think next week is next Thursday, a week from today.
I've mentioned Dankbots a couple times already.
Yeah.
Dankbots is an NFT collection of, I think, around 5,000 NFTs. But beyond just like that first impression of the NFT collection, it's a collaborative group of creators. And so they there's a lot of creators that hold those NFTs and part of that community, and it's just a good place for them for anyone in the arts to be and kind of meet other people, get some support behind whatever your creative endeavors, and work together or just spread the word. So I met with one of the Dankbot leaders a while back, and we kind of came up with a few ideas. One thing we're going to do next Thursday night at this time is have a Twitter space with Dankbots and us. So we'll talk about Apollo because it's new to some of them. We'll talk about Dankbots because new to a lot of us, and just how creators can move into and grow in the Web3 economy.
Yeah.
More immediate, we're doing some Dankbot giveaway stuff. So we're giving away. They're part of Dankbots in the community. There's the Dankbot NFTs, which are little robots, and then there's also membership passes for creators. So the top 3 winners in All Stars will receive a gold membership pass.
Nice.
They'll be able to join in there, and they have platinum, gold, silver, and so they each give you a varying level of discounts and opportunities. For the community, for voters, we're raffling off a Dankbot NFT. So that's in Discord. If you vote in the contest and you go into Discord, then you can go to the giveaway channel, and all you gotta do is press a button, boop, and you're entered into the raffle. Actually, I don't know if I just said that was for wallet holders.
I was going to ask you, it's probably specifically to wallet holders, so another advantage, right?
Well, it's I think it could. I didn't really think about that too much, but it could be for anyone that votes.
Okay.
So
we'll offline that and get some clear communication
Yeah.
out about exactly what we want to do. But yeah, it's just another benefit.
Yeah, you got to have a wallet to receive an NFT. So
if you got a wallet, go vote with the wallet.
Yeah, exactly. And what we're trying to do is, like, we don't want to dismiss, like, there is value to being a holder here. I mean, that's important for, the people that are a part of the project, right? We want to allow access with the free vote, but we don't ever want the free vote to feel like it takes place of the value of a wallet vote, because wallet holders is really what we strive to grow with at the end of the day in the project. So we're continually looking at ways that we can add value to wallet holders and voters as well, right?
Yep.
Cool. And one more comment just about these amazing partnerships that Caleb is working on. I mean, whether it's now the email voting mechanism, which is going out wider to a lot of networks, it's FaceTime, it's presence, it's questions being asked, it's new people being introduced. And now what Caleb's doing is, these are already people into crypto, man. These are the natives of this kind of thing. They're learning about it, they're being introduced. It's consistency. It's about, like, continuing to put our name out there, continuing to get it. I mean, yeah, I'm sure everybody wants celebrity X, Y, and Z to shout their name, and that's an interesting approach if you think you can do that. But as we're business builders, we look at the idea of, like, who is strategic, who do we want. These are a great source of creators that may want to participate in our contest as people that need funding, and they're the ones that could get word out into the crypto space that this is a solid project that keeps delivering on promises. So appreciate all that work on the front of partnerships, Caleb. I think that I saw this comment mentioned the other day. At some point, there's going to be this tipping point where, after you hear the name of a project 2 or 3 times in different circles, it starts to pick up that steam and momentum, and that's what we're pushing for. So
I agree.
Awesome. Okay, and the last thing, really, before we did questions, we don't keep these things too long. We want, it's an AMA, so we like to split it, kind of half us talking and half y'all talking, or us answering questions. I did mention that State of the Union. I don't have an exact date on that yet, but we just think it's really important for a mature organization to say, what do we do? Well, not only what we did right. I see that a lot in this space. It's just like, nobody ever wants to say, like, I could have been better at this, or I could have done that. But all the mature organizations that I've been a part of are like, okay, what do we get wrong? Like, what what do our what feedback do we need to get from people in terms of what we're doing right? We won't, obviously there's some things we won't do. We've been very clear about that from the beginning, but I think from a standpoint of building value, we are open, and we are having lots of conversations about, just because we assumed it would work one way yesterday doesn't mean it's going to work that way tomorrow. We're continually learning, iterating, and growing. I know I'm say that until I'm blue in the face, but it's so true and part of our culture in terms of what we're doing here at Apollo. So please, just if nothing else, be a part of that. I hope for this to be a great video piece that you could share going into the next year as we kind of prepare for what, you know, season 3 is going to look like, you know, over, you know, once we get into January. And, you know, just kind of use it to explain to people, like, this is the real thought that goes into a legitimate crypto project. So that's all I'll say about that. And happy to open it up any questions, or if you guys have anything you want to add.
Yeah, I got a few things I'll throw in. If you're not in our Discord, you need to get there. That's where a lot of stuff happens, and we're announcing things daily or every other day. I posted, somebody was asking about how they can get involved more and potentially win more. So I listed several activities that are constantly ongoing right now in the Discord general chat channel, so you can check those out. POAPs are coming for the center contest finale, and also for All Stars once that is complete. So get ready for that, and claim any POAPs you haven't already claimed. We have a few other ideas coming around. I'm going to put together another lunch and learn soon about ENS domains and how to buy one of those and attach it to your wallet. So keep your ear to the ground for that.
Awesome. Sounds great. Zach, anything you got?
No, nothing. Excited for All Stars. You know, for now, as we go down the stretch, a lot of it is just, you know, minor tweaks and some minor changes to the contest page as we get down to the end. But and then, of course, all the behind the scenes stuff that one day we'll get to share that we're working on for sure.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited. Okay, y'all want to take a couple questions? I think I saw a couple here. I'll just pull them up that we can hit. Someone was asking about. So Zach, I don't know if you have any quick data on this. So the metrics now that we're tracking, you know, we have what we're calling wallet voters, or holder voters, and then email voters, but you kind of have to do some math, right, to get to the idea of like unique voters. And I think at the end of the day, it's just like, how many uniques did we have engaging with the project? But, you know, obviously going into that are uniques that are emails, but then maybe I'm not saying this right, but yeah, how many unique voters did we have, if you have that data from the center?
Yes, hang on. It is about 2,500 emails that voted. Okay. But even that, there's a couple thousand, about 1,000 more emails that we've gathered. And we already saw success with reaching out to people that, you know, may have made it partway through but didn't cast a vote, and then they came back in and voted. So we've already seen success with reaching out to people who didn't even make it all the way through the flow. So it's really, really promising. It's a great first run at what you're doing. And we're talking about doing a contest with twice as many people that last twice as long with All Stars right now. So the hope is like that database is going to grow and grow. So I saw a question about, I'm not going to throw it up here yet, but I saw a question about like marketing, and there needs to be more than 7 people watching this. I agree. But you know, this is kind of the genesis of really doing strategic targeted marketing instead of throwing the money away to shill channels and some things that I just believe in a down market doesn't work. We now have people that we know care about our cause because they're in there supporting a creator, and that at least have some knowledge and information by watching the video about us before they cast their vote. That's part of what we're doing for our marketing strategy for 2023, is collecting thousands of people that we could teach about crypto and bring into crypto, alongside the strategies of like shifting the contest to be focused maybe on more crypto-centric type creators and things like that. So I hear you on the marketing side, and I've been very transparent all through this year, just like, yeah, we're going to spend smart money on this. We're going to do smart things to attract the right people instead of just like look like every other project that's just throwing money to just be noisy out at everything. The shift is coming
in this space, and we're gonna continue to do it the right way. So
Yeah,
A
and
note
just kind
on-
of add on that too.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Caleb.
A note on email voters. Like, I haven't really heard a lot of feedback from people who voted by email, probably because it's the first time that they've ever touched Apollo at all, because they're coming in as fans of these creators that are competing. And so, I didn't hear any blowback about us making them watch a 30-second video either. But like, we're putting that out there because most likely they are coming in for the first time. They know absolutely nothing, so that one of their favorite creators said, "Hey, please vote for me."
Right.
So that's a good way to at least make a first touch point.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and just to add to like the marketing thing, I don't know that a lot of people classify it under that, but I mean, these partnerships, like we have the regulars sponsor a contest. That's part of marketing because that exposes us to a whole new group. Dankbots, what Caleb talked about, is even more exposure, and like Matt's kind of talked about, in a down market, like we're just trying to spread, the connections, so that we can get out into as many groups as possible. Which is, I mean, the same thing as marketing.
Yeah, it takes patience. It takes time. I mean, it's hard to remind people in this space, like less than a year still. I mean, most startups and businesses we've been in, you're starting to think about, well, in that bit, like turning a profit or finding your footing in what you're doing after year 2 or 3. So, I'm not saying that that's what the case is here, but I'm saying, if you're building something genuine and right, that has underlying fundamentals, it takes time. So I agree with that. I did want to touch on this question from Corey. It says, was Center satisfied with the dollars they spent? So I had I haven't told you guys this yet. I had an interesting conversation with the CEO of Center a few days ago when we were talking about the contest. And he said that his creatives and marketing team, who I know you two had worked with along the way, were just getting kind of like, golly, this is crazy. Like there's some hashtag or something that we were using, or hashtag Center or something like that. He said everything that they were like coming up with on that was related to the contest. He said, like, obviously something we're doing is working because it kind of saturated and flooded their social media in terms of a conversation. And, that's what I hope to be an ongoing partnership where we can continue to use their user base and, promote what we've done to them further and further. And they love the contest. They were very happy. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them, pivot maybe down the road and do another similar type of thing. I mean, it's just, it benefits them, it benefits us. And, I think they were very happy with the impressions and everything that happened throughout the contest. So, yeah.
The email vote was crucial for the finale and brilliant. Each of those creators, they all had tens of thousands of followers. I think the one with the most was Nicole. She had 200,000 followers. And I mean, so that's just huge when it comes to getting those 1-for-1 votes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect to see 2,500 email voters come in this time, but who knows? I don't know. We're
already about 650, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, we got it takes, I know there's some great people in the community that have been cheerleading. You know who I'm talking about, my cheerleader out there. Trying to get people to vote and, pressing the creators to leverage their network. And I'm doing a campaign tomorrow to kind of remind them and help them and guide them in doing that and keep that energy up. Right. Because it helps awareness for all creators. I mean, once you set aside the competition and once you set aside any kind of prize, I mean, there's exposure here. There's a value to that there for everyone. Like it's not only just about you winning. It's about like the cause of bringing recognition to creators and their needs in a creative new way of supporting them. So just something to keep in the back of your mind. Awesome. Well, if you guys don't have anything else, I'm out of my list.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Video game awards tonight. God of War going to win Game of the Year. Excited?
God of War is what you think is going to win Game of the Year?
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, we'll have a little timeout now past Apollo Fun Time. So Zach has turned me on to this thing called the PlayStation 5, I guess. It's like something all the hot kids are
kind of like
now.
the Atari, but newer.
Yeah, so I grew up with the Atari 2600. Well, even before that, like Commodore 64, TRS-80. If anyone knows those words, no one knows those words anymore. But the old school consoles at home. But like just blown away with the PlayStation, and he turned me on to the one that they're coming out, Last of Us. So now I played through the Last of Us and have a whole new perspective on what's storytelling in games and what it's capable of. It's just fascinating. So yeah, new form of entertainment for me. Horizon Zero, yeah, I played some of that. I played some of that as well. It's a little harder actually, I thought, than Last of Us, but you got to transition. I grew up. I'm like more of an RTS guy, right? As Zach, like he gets punished quite a bit by my RTS skills, but
For sure.
To it, yeah, for sure. Awesome. Maybe we'll just have a segment every other week and we just talk about games. You never know.
Yeah.
Maybe that will get 8 viewers.
Maybe we should play live stream Factorio.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of these days we'll get a session of some sort of game like Factorio or what's the worm one? Slither. IO.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
We can get something like that together. Yeah, or Marble Races. Yeah, we'll get something together at some point.
Oh yeah, we'll put some Apollo on the line or something, and
there you go.
May the best dev win. Love it. All right, guys, appreciate your time as always. Thank you, community. Let's keep the positivity up. Let's keep rocking, and we're gonna keep working our tails off. So appreciate you all. Y'all have a good night.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.